Update invoices and credit notes. Invoices and credit notes will show only in the invoice list until they've been updated. Quotations and pro formas can't be updated until they've been converted to an invoice. In this video, you'll learn how to update invoices and credit notes and understand which areas of Sage 50 accounts are impacted by the update. Update individually. Let's first look at how to update a product invoice. From the Invoices and Credits module, select the invoice you'd like to update. Then from the main toolbar, click Update Ledgers. Select the required output for the Update Ledgers report and click OK. The report shows the details of the invoice being updated. If the invoice can't be updated, the reason will be reported here. To save a copy of the report, click Print, Email, or Export. To close the preview window, click Close. Once the product invoice is updated, the posted column shows yes. Let's see the effect of this update in the other modules. From the navigation bar, select Transactions. In the audit trail, for each item line, an SI transaction appears. The Details column shows the description of the item line. The Ref and Extra Ref columns show the invoice number and order number respectively. If the invoice is not yet fully paid, the Paid column shows N. From the navigation bar, select Customers. To open the customer record, double-click on it. To view the SI transaction, click the Activity tab. The Outstanding column shows a value for an invoice not yet fully paid. Item line information is shown in the bottom half of the window. To view the full details on the invoice record associated with the transaction, click the drill around icon. To close the invoice record, click Close. To close the customer activity, click Close again. From the navigation bar, click Products and Services. To open a product record, double-click on it. In the Details tab, the in-stock value has decreased. To view the Goods Out transaction, click the Activity tab. The Ref column shows the invoice number, and the Quantity Out column shows the quantity invoiced. To view the full details on the invoice associated with the transaction, click the drill around icon. Once a product credit note is updated, the posted column shows yes. In the audit trail, for each item line, an SC transaction appears. If the credit note has not been fully allocated to an invoice, the Paid column shows N. In the customer activity, an SC transaction appears. If the credit note has not been fully allocated to an invoice, the Outstanding column shows a value. In the product record, the in-stock value has increased. To view the Goods Returned transaction, click the Activity tab. The Ref column shows the credit note number, and the Quantity In column shows the quantity returned. Once a service invoice or credit note is updated, the posted column shows yes. In the audit trail, for each item line, either an SI or SC transaction appears. The Details column shows the description of the item line. In the customer activity, either an SI or SC transaction appears. If the invoice or credit note has not been fully allocated, the Outstanding column shows a value. As service invoices do not impact stock, updating a service invoice has no effect on the product record. Update a batch. Let's now look at how to update a batch of invoices and credit notes. From the Invoices and Credits module, select all invoices and credit notes you'd like to update. To select a sequential batch of records, click on the first record, then hold down the Shift key on the keyboard and select the last record. Everything in between the first and last selection is also selected. To select a non-sequential batch of records, click on the first record, then hold down the Control key on the keyboard between selections. To select all records in the invoice list, first click Clear, then click Swap. Now click Update Ledgers. If this message appears, one or more selected items will not be updated. Reasons for this are quotations or pro formas are included in the selection. Before these can be updated, they must first be converted to invoices. Some of the selected items have already been updated. Invoices and credit notes can only be updated once. To close this message, click OK. Select the required output for the Update Ledgers report and click OK. Each invoice and credit note being updated shows, including item line details and totals. To close the report preview, click Close. All records in the list, except quotations and pro formas, show Yes in the Posted column. The audit trail and relevant activities will also be updated. Change the fields updated to the ledgers. When updating invoices and credit notes, the data that's updated to the reference and extra reference columns can be changed from the default. To do this, from the Settings menu, select Invoice and Order Defaults, then click Update Ledgers. In the Customers section, by default, the Transaction Reference column updates with the invoice or credit note number. To change this to update using either the order number or customer order number, click the drop-down and select the required option. By default, the Transaction Extra Reference column updates with your order number. To change this to update using either the invoice number, customer order number, or nothing at all, click the drop-down and select the required option. For service invoices, by default, the Details column updates with the description of each invoice item line. To update using a generic line of text instead, select this checkbox. Once selected, the default text of services can be changed if required. Finally, to update all invoice items to the department assigned in the customer record, rather than the department assigned to each invoice item, select this checkbox. Once you've made the required changes, click OK. You've now learned how to update invoices and credit notes in Sage 50 accounts.